So if you've watched any of my recent videos, you've probably seen the one where I had this brand new hot tub cover delivered right to my house and installed on my hot tub, replacing my old vinyl cover, which was definitely worn out. And I got this cover for free, courtesy of Master Spas, the company that makes the hot tub that I have here. And if you want to see that delivery, if you want to find out why and how they gave it to me for free, you can check that out right up here. There's a card for it right up there where you can see that short video where I walk you through everything. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about why you might want to upgrade to a polyester cover instead of a vinyl one, and more importantly, how to take care of this, because the care of a polyester cover is very different than a vinyl cover. So that's what we're getting into today in this video. Hi, I'm Jeff Campbell from Hot Tub Owner HQ, and I'm glad you're here with me. So first, be aware that this is a polyester fabric. It is totally different than the vinyl cover that I had before, and chances are your hot tub probably has a vinyl cover as well. With my old cover, I used to use this stuff to clean the top of it. This is 303 Marine Protectant. It's very similar to Armor All, but this is basically a higher caliber version of that, and it's great for cleaning vinyl. I would not use it though on this, the polyester. It's totally different fabric, requires totally different kind of care. So I would not use this on that. You could, if you wanted to, use it on the underside of this, because this does feel like vinyl on the underside. However, because that's over the water, it's not getting sun's rays directly beating down on it, it's far less likely to crack and weather and age the way the top surface of a hot tub cover is. So I don't really think that's necessary at all. The only issue I ever saw on the underside of my old cover was some mildew kind of stains. And I think a very diluted bleach solution, bleach and water, on a damp cloth would be a great way to combat that if you start to see that. But on the surface of this, we don't want to use bleach, certainly, and we also don't want to use any sort of Armor All style protectant. We want to go about this completely differently, so I'm going to walk you through that now. So first of all, I would want to have some sort of long-handled scrub brush handy to remove any sort of debris. Maybe you've got birds flying by and there's some bird poop that's dried on here. Just kind of lightly scrubbing that will be a great way to kind of break that off and free that up and get that out of the fabric. Then to remove that debris, once you've scrubbed it loose, or leaves, I've got some trees here that drop leaves onto the cover, I would just use my handy leaf blower to kind of clear off the top. I'm not going to turn this on now because of how loud it is. Now let's say that you've got stains on the fabric here. So just like you would with your polyester suit, if you still have one from the 70s, you could use something like this very gently and very lightly to kind of remove the stains on here. But most of the time, if you need to clean this, what I would recommend is a gentle dish liquid like this one, or really Dawn is probably ideal. I just don't have that one here. So dilute maybe a tablespoon of that into a couple of cups of water, and then you can kind of put that on your long-handled scrub brush and scrub any areas where there's stains. I see some cat footprints up here. Chances are one of my cats walked in some dirt or some mud and then jumped on the hot tub cover. So I do see some of that on the surface of my hot tub cover. It's not too bad, but I could definitely dip that brush in some water that had a little bit of dish liquid in there, kind of scrub that free. And then I would go back with maybe a sponge that just had water in it, warm water and no soap. And then I would just kind of wipe that down, wipe that clean. And then I should be completely good to go. Real quick, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, hit that like button for me. It sends a great signal to YouTube. They're going to show my video to more people, helps me grow my channel, and it's a great way to say thank you to me for taking the time to make these videos. So if you've never heard of a polyester hot tub cover, I hadn't when they sent me this one. If you've never heard of that, you might be wondering, well, why would I want that? And the short answer is this is a definite upgrade over the vinyl cover that I used to have. For starters, this cover is about 25% lighter than the vinyl cover of the exact same size. Bear in mind, the foam inserts on the inside of this are exactly the same. The only thing that's different is the fabric of the actual cover itself. And because this is so thin, even though it's really strong, it's so thin, it's significantly lighter than my old cover. Why is that helpful? Well, if you're trying to get the hot tub cover open and closed, I've got teenage daughters that like to soak in here sometimes with their friends, and maybe I'm not awake or maybe I'm not wanting to get in with them. This is much easier for them to open than it was before with the vinyl cover because, again, it's 25% lighter. Let me show you how easy this thing is to lift up. Let's try it with one finger. One finger. Just like that. And then it's pretty easy just to close it up again. And again, I can feel how much lighter that is compared to my old one. I can feel it completely when I do this. The other thing I really like about this cover is it's much more form-fitting. You can see the skirt that kind of hangs down here is a little bit longer than my old covers was. And it's just really contoured around the corners. I gave them my exact model number when they told me they wanted to send me a cover for free. So this was custom made, custom fit by the same company that makes my hot tub. This was custom fit for my exact hot tub. So you can tell that this is really form fitting. And you can almost, I'm going to come over here, you can kind of feel the suction when you open the lid. Now, why is that important? That's important because it's going to keep the hot trapped inside. Now, here, Central Texas in July, I'd probably prefer some of that hot to go away. But most of the time, it's great to keep the hot inside, keeps everything running more energy efficiently, keeps my electric bill down. I'm not paying to heat the air around my hot tub. I will say though that this kind of cover is more expensive than a traditional vinyl cover. I could get a vinyl cover for this hot tub for probably $700-800, somewhere in that range. I actually looked on the Master Spa's website today when I was preparing to make this video, and I looked up this cover here, and this cover is actually about $1,400, maybe even $1,500. So it is significantly more expensive. However, this is going to last significantly longer than the vinyl cover that I used to have will. And it's going to resist fading. It's going to resist tears. It's not going to crack the way vinyl does. It's just going to last a lot longer than the old vinyl cover that I had. And that cover probably was at least 10 years old. I don't know for sure because this hot tub and that cover were here when I bought this house. But I do know that this cover is going to significantly outlast that cover. And again, it's going to be completely resistant to tears, to fading, to stains, everything of that nature. So if you do need to replace your cover, it's a great way to go. Now, I will also add though, that one thing that really helps the lifespan of a cover is a hot tub cover lifter. I have this one over here, which has a hydraulic arm that works like that. I flip the cover up, and then I just pull it all the way over, and I push it down, just like that. And then it goes back up the exact same way. Very light, very easy to do. And again, my teenage daughters have been doing that for years. I will say though that at my old house, we did not have a cover lifter like that. And my daughters, who were tweens then, used to take the hot tub cover off by themselves there as well. What they would do is they would fold it up and they would just kind of shove it off over the cliff. And over time, that would tear the seams along here and here, and it would also damage the foam inserts that are inside of there. And it significantly shortened the lifespan of that cover. And really, by the time I began to realize what was going on, it was kind of too late. So I would highly recommend that you get a hot tub cover lifter if you don't have one. This style was actually designed to insert under the hot tub. I couldn't actually get mine to go underneath that though, even empty, because we're sitting on a deck here and the boards are slightly uneven. So I ended up just screwing it into the wooden deck boards, but it is designed to slide underneath it. And I think if we were sitting on concrete instead of a deck, that would have been much easier to do. Maybe pry it up with a pry bar a little bit and then just slide it right underneath. I think it would have worked no problem on concrete. It did not work for me on this deck. But luckily, screwing it into the deck boards worked just fine. If you're not exactly sure how those work, you're not exactly sure how to install one, how expensive they are, those kinds of questions, I want you to check out this video right up here on my channel where I walk you through everything that you need to know about hot tub cover lifters. I kind of walk you through my cover lifter, but I also explain some of the other styles of lifters as well. Anyway, with that, I'll see you in the next video.